Welcome back. In this session we're going to construct a net present value profile, and I have an example here in a spreadsheet. We have two projects. We have a short project and a long project. The short project lasts for 5 years and the long project lasts for 10 years. And we have the initial investment and all the cash flows that come in the subsequent years. So now what we want to do is calculate our net present value at different discount rates from, in this case, we're just going to go from 0 to 13%. So I have from 0 to 13 number down here already. And now all we have to do is calculate net present values. Well, we know how to do that, so let's go to our cell for the short project and click on our net present value function. Open up the box, we'll put in our rate, in this case it's 0%. And then we're going to grab all of our values for our short project and put them in value 1, and they show out here, and you can see we come up with 19,000, which is the total of all the cash flows, and that's right at 0% because that's what it should be. So we'll click OK, and now we have our net present value at 0%. Okay, what I want to do here is I want to anchor everything from F3 to F8 in our formula that we just used. So if we highlight those and hit F4, you can see it puts dollar signs in front of those values, and if we hit enter, now those are anchored. So all we have to do is copy this value down to the next several cells up to 13% and paste them in. And that's the net present value at each discount rate from 0 to 13. We can come over to our long project now and we can do the same thing. We got to grab our net present value function, click OK. Our rate's going to be 0 again, and now we want to go down to our value box and pick up all the values from 0 to 10. We have our 68,000 and we know that's correct at 0%. Click OK. And if we highlight from G13 to G18 and then hit F4, we've got our anchor and we can hit enter. And now all we have to do is copy these down to 13%, paste it in. Okay, we have all our net present values for our long project. So the next thing we have to do here is to do our net present value profile. And if we highlight the 3 columns of values and we come up to insert, we want a line graph, and that's the first one up at the top here. That's our net present value profile. And I'm just trying to move this over so you can see it a little bit better. It makes a little more sense when you can see the numbers and they relate to the graph. So that's what I'm doing here. One last thing I'd like to do is, as long as we've got a place for it, let's do the internal rate of return for each of the two projects. And we know how to do that. Okay, we open up our function box, click IRR, grab our value. Oh, I got to open the box first. Grab our values for all 5 years, and you can see it's going to come out to 9.02%. There it is. Let's do the same thing for the long project. Get our our IRR, and we're going to grab our values, and it's going to be 7.64%. Okay, and you can probably find these values on the net present value profile, and it's very easy because they should be right at 0 for each of the projects. So if you look at the short project here, we had 9.02%, and that's where this is equal to 0, right at 9.02. And for our long project, it's at 7.64, which is right here. So that's what you would expect to find, because by definition IRR is the net present value at 0%. Okay, so I think we've accomplished what we wanted to do here, and we're going to talk about this some more later. So thanks for watching the video. We'll see you later.